When conducting focus groups of retirees on their needs in retirement, they've expressed a desire for one thing above all: education. Retirees today know they need education, but many are not sure how to get their questions answered. They're tired of the barrage of advertisements and then being sold to on someone else's agenda. Inevitably, in the end, they often wonder, how is this good for me? Legacy of America, a wealth advisory firm, and its founder George Wells are committed to educating retirees. We asked retirees what they thought the best method to deliver this information would be. You, retirees, expressed a need for wealth education at home, and we fulfilled it with the Legacy of America Educational DVD Library. This expanding series of educational videos was created from the wealth of knowledge George Wells has gained presiding over Legacy of America. Knowledge that has been sought out by local TV networks, Fox 2.
What should they be thinking in their minds?
Well, the key is, Murray, get your house in order, assess your current situation, because if you are going to be...
Channel 4 WDIV.
Don't get caught up in the savings frenzy.
And if you go overboard, those bills will end up causing you stress down the road. And for the people that you're buying for, do they really want you to be that stressed out down the road?
No.
And Channel 7 WXYZ.
Well, George, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Stephen.
What do you need to consider, first of all, before you say yes to that buyout?
Well, what are you going to be doing next? Are you going to keep working? What are you going to be doing?
As well as national networks such as Fox News.
The Financial Times does have this story correct, which is that the yuan could be allowed to rise gradually. What changes?
Well, it remains to be seen. It's very complex. What I like is Geithner's over there, establishing relationships and developing rapport. He's been, kind of criticized.
With the Legacy of America Educational DVD Library, this knowledge is available to you in the comfort of your own living room. Compliments of George Wells. By calling 800-581-6855. Any video from this library can be sent to you now. The first video in the series, Retirement 101, gives overall information that covers a vast number of retirement issues.
It used to be that when stocks went up, bonds went down. Stocks go down, bonds go up. But what's been happening recently? They've been traveling together. You're the ones with all the money. If you're like most, in retirement, you will have no bigger expense other than income taxes.
Should we just not look at them and put them away and just, hope that things are going to come back and re-thrive again?
Well, you must look at your statement, and you must look at how things are positioned to be able to take advantage of these times and also protect from these times.
If you wonder what you should know when supplementing your retirement income with your nest egg, the income planning video is what you will want.
We're taught very well the importance of saving money for retirement. But once you're retired, how do you know how to deaccumulate those assets? CDs, money markets, fixed annuities, government treasuries that are places where you're able to get predictable results and not lose money. Who wants to spend money and then have to write it down that I just went through the drive-thru and spent $7.32 in the middle of the afternoon, right? If you start writing it down, you will automatically start spending less just because you're monitoring it. Separating your required income from your lifestyle income will give you a much more clear idea of where your money is going. Required income cannot be based on speculation. Lifestyle income can be based on speculation.
A video many retirees and displaced workers can benefit from is the 401k video. In this program, George highlights the multiple options you have embedded in your 401k.
One of the major differences from a 401k to an IRA is that you can put a lot more money in a 401k. Because a 401k is unpaid income from the company to you, it is still, in most plans, there's a provision where the company can borrow those assets from the 401k plan. Also, an option that people that have for their 401k rollovers is now they have the option to take that after-tax money and roll it directly into a Roth IRA and not have to pay income taxes on that.
What do you suggest about that?
Do not take a loan from your 401k.
Okay.
Do not.
Okay, how come?
It's using tomorrow's prosperity today.
In the Roth IRA conversions video, George will help you determine if the Roth conversion is the right choice for you in your individual situation.
Or your Roth IRA, more than ever, is really truly becoming your pension that you can depend on. There are some good reasons to not change your IRA to a Roth IRA. Even though you can defer those tax payments, you don't know what the payments are going to be because you really don't know what your income tax bracket is going to be in 2011 and 2012. Because their incomes are depressed, this year is an opportunity for them to be converting some of their IRAs, some of their 401ks over to the Roth IRA and never have to pay taxes on that money again. So this is an opportunity in these challenging economic times to be able to take advantage of the times and manage their income taxes for their future retirement.
If you are a veteran or the spouse of a veteran, the VA benefits and Medicaid video will be a tremendous resource for you. In this video, George educates you on one of the most missed opportunities for those over the age of 65.
Reports have been told that over $3 billion has been set aside for veterans to be able to receive aid and assistance, and very few of them either know about the program or know how to qualify. The formula includes your income minus medical expenses and your net worth, excluding your house and car.
Got to just show this to the television audience here. This is the book that tells you how to qualify. It's 170 some pages. This is very difficult for people to understand. For example, 2 married veterans can get up to $2,540 a month.
That's right.
Veteran with dependent spouse. That's the 1949 that we talked about before.
In a world where identity theft and fraud is on the rise, you'll appreciate some of the tips George has for staying protected in the Identity Theft Fraud Protection video.
If someone wants to take your identity, as unbelievable as it may sound, it's possible to steal your identity. It used to be that when people would break into the house and steal things, they were trying to take televisions, jewelry. Today, when someone comes in, breaks into your house, what they want most of all is the hard drive on your computer. So knowing the birth record and guessing on some of the first digits, if you know the person's last 4, it's very easy to quickly be able to figure out what somebody's social security number is. If you've been taken advantage of, if you've experienced identity theft, if you've experienced fraud, remember this too shall pass.
If you are ready to look into a future assisted or independent living facility, be ready with the information found in the video, Questions for Assisted and Independent Living.
Joining me today is Carrie Cater from Sunrise Assisted Living, and she's going to be answering some questions that we have today.
In the home, there are essentially 2 different options for you. There are home care services that are skilled and home care services that are not skilled.
What's required for skilled care?
There certainly is a licensing in addition to the services that they offer. Typically, it's something that's going to be provided for and paid for by Medicare benefits. Absolutely, there are several different options in senior care that are out there. When you really look at the options, you're looking at, do you want services in your home or do you want services in a community setting?
Even using the word facility, you know, I think things have changed a lot over the last 10 or 15 years. Can you kind of explain how things have changed?
Finally, as a retiree, more often than not, the best area to find financial saving opportunities is in your tax management. And this is what the information in the Income Tax Management video is all about.
There have been 1,800 changes to the IRA tax law. 1,800 changes. That's a change on average every 2 days. And finally, not applying the tax rules correctly and paying too much in income tax. If you're like most in retirement, you will have no bigger expense than income taxes. This is a very important question to ask if you're considering a financial professional. When I'm getting ready to take money out, how do you determine what's the best place for me to take it for distribution? If you have a variable annuity, you want to write this down. Your required minimum distribution is not calculated based on your statement value, but rather your account value. The account value, especially in today's economy, can be significantly higher than the statement value.
Education. As a retiree, it's exactly what you need. So, take advantage of this vast knowledge from George Wells to you. in the Legacy of America Educational DVD Library. To choose your video, compliments of George Wells, call the Legacy of America office at 800-581-6855. We have dedicated operators standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't let your retirement be compromised by what you don't know about retirement.
My name is George Wells, President and founder of Legacy of America, where we help retirees retire happily ever after. In today's economy, when the entire financial service industry is suspect, retirees more than ever need clarity in making wise choices in retirement. What you don't know can cost you. The rules are changing every day. Changes in the laws, changes in income taxes. The little-known rules can make a significant difference in retirement planning. You've worked hard. You deserve to retire happily ever after. That's why we've created our educational DVD library. If there's a topic that you're interested in that's not currently listed, you can give us a call at the office. We may have already created. We're always taking suggestions on different areas where we can help educate retirees so that they're able to retire happily ever after.
Call now. The educational material you desire is available to you.
I probably with George prior to even investing, probably 10, 11 hours of just seeing him and answering these questions over the long run, I believe.
I think he's just very patient, and as everyone has said, wants to answer all your questions.
This is all very difficult to understand, so he makes it understandable.
I feel more relaxed about everything now because I know George is doing a good job for us.
After being with George, I feel like someone has my back, someone that I can trust.
Even though you're still in the boat on the sea and the waves are there, it seems to be smoothed out more so than it had ever been prior to us meeting with George.
Right.
Well, I think Legacy America's ability is probably ranks high compared to other institutions, is because number one, I think honesty is a factor.
You can go to George's office and you're not going to be pressured into not leaving this office without buying a product or listening to him, whereas others, you can't.
He's just been great for us. He's brought us a long way from our position, like I said earlier, with the Ponzi scheme we were in. That was very devastating.
I would say that the honesty that George has and the true concern for his clients, you can't beat that because you don't get that everywhere.